Well, hi, all my friends. So, a little bit more coffee in me, and got a little bit of time. I didn't realize that I got a good start this morning. So enough time to do one more chapter, chapter 9 of Second Chronicles. And please do remember to pray before you read, and know that when you're praying, you're asking for the Lord to give you discernment and understanding of what you're listening to, and you're doing that with the Lord, and you're waiting and listening on Him to reveal to you a word or thought, and to cut through all the noise and everything and get to you, whatever He feels that you need for that time. And so yeah, okay. I just got a note from my wife. It always pops up on my screen and I'm like, oh. Okay. The Queen of Sheba visits Solomon. She admires his wisdom and magnificence, his riches, his reign, and death. Oh, okay. And when the Queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon, she came to prove Solomon with hard questions at Jerusalem, and a very great company and camels that bear spices, gold in abundance, precious stones. And when she was come to Solomon, she communed with him of all that was in her heart. And Solomon told her all her questions, and there was nothing hid from Solomon which he told her not. And when the Queen of Sheba had seen the wisdom of Solomon in the house that he had built, and the meat at his table, and the sitting of his servants, and the attendance of his ministers, their apparel, his cupbearers also, their apparel, his accent by which he went up into the house of the Lord, his ascent by which he went up into the house of the Lord, there was no more spirit in her. And she said to the king, it was a true report which I heard in my own land of thine acts and of thy wisdom. Howbeit I believed not their words until I came. My eyes had seen it, and behold, the one half of the greatness of thy wisdom was not told me, for thou exceedeth the fame that I heard. Wow. Happy are thy men, and happy are thy servants, which stand continually before thee, and hear thy wisdom. Blessed be the Lord thy God, which delighted in thee, and set thee upon his throne, to be the king for the Lord by God, because by God loved Israel to establish them forever. Therefore made he thee king over them to do judgment and justice. And she gave the king 120 talents of gold, of spices, great abundance, precious stones. Neither was there any such spice as the Queen of Sheba gave King Solomon. So she didn't hold anything back. And the servants also of Hiram, and the servants of Solomon, which brought gold from Ophir, Ophir, brought algum trees and precious stones. And the king made of the algum trees terraces to the house of the Lord, and to the king's palace, harps, psalteries for singers. I'm not sure what that word is. And there was none such seen before in the land of Judah. And King Solomon gave to the Queen of Sheba all her desire, whatever she asked, beside that which she had brought unto the king. So she turned, and she went to her own land, she and her servants. Now the weight of gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 666 talents of gold. That's a lot of gold. Okay. And beside that which chapmen and merchants brought, and all the kings of Arabia, the governors of the country brought gold and silver to Solomon. And King Solomon made 200 targets of beaten gold, 600 shekels of beaten gold, and went to one target. And 300 shields made he of beaten gold, 300 shekels of gold went to one shield, and the king put them in the house of the forest of Lebanon. Moreover, the king made a great throne of ivory, overlaid it with pure gold, and there was 6 steps to the throne, which a footstool of gold, which was fastened to the throne, and stays on each side of the sitting place, 2 lions standing by the stays. The 12 lions stood there on one side and on the other upon the 6 steps. There was not the like made in any kingdom. And all the drinking vessels of King Solomon were of gold. All the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were pure gold. None were of silver. It was not anything accounted for in the days of Solomon. For the king's ships went to Tarshish with the servants of Hiram. Every 3 years once came the ships of Tarshish, Tarshish, bringing gold and silver, ivory and apes and peacocks. And the king Solomon passed all the kings of the earth in the riches and wisdom. All of the kings of the earth sought the presence of Solomon to hear his wisdom that God had put in his heart, and brought every man his present, vessels of silver, vessels of gold, raiment, harnesses, spices, horses, and mules, a rate year by year. And Solomon had 4,000 stalls for horses and chariots, 12,000 horsemen, whom he bestowed in the chariot cities with the king of Jerusalem. And he reigned over all the kings from the river even into the land of Philistine and to the border of Egypt. And the king made silver in Jerusalem as stones and cedar trees, and made he the sycamore trees that are in the low plains in abundance. And they brought unto Solomon horses out of Egypt and out of all the lands. Now the rest of the acts of Solomon, first and last, are they not written in the book of Nathan the prophet, and in the prophecy of Ahiah the Shilonite, and in the visions of Iddo the seer against Jeroboam the son of Nebat? And Solomon reigned in Jerusalem over all Israel 40 years, and Solomon slept with his fathers, and he was buried in the city of David, his father, and Rehoboam, his son, reigned in his stead. Nathan the prophet, the seer, Nathan. There's a new book out about that. And I bet that there's a lot of more interesting stuff about Solomon in there. You can see that at Skywatch TV, okay? To look that up. Okay, chapter 10. All right, let's see if I can get chapter 10 in, okay? Rehoboam, rejecting the old men's good counsel, 10 tribes revolt, and he flees. And Rehoboam went to Shechem, for Shechem, where all Israel came to make him king. And it came to pass that when Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who was in Egypt, whither he had fled from the presence of Solomon, the king heard it. And Jeroboam returned out of Egypt. And they sent and they called him. So Jeroboam and all Israel came and spoke to Rehoboam, saying, Thy father made our yoke grievous, and therefore ease thou somewhat the grievous servitude of thy father and his heavy yoke, and he put upon us, and we will serve thee. And he said unto them, Come again unto me after 3 days. And the people departed. And King Rehoboam took counsel, and the old men that had stood before Solomon his father, while he yet lived, saying, What counsel give ye me to return answer to his people? And they spoke unto him, saying, If thou be kind to this people, and please them, and speak good words to them, they will be servants forever. But he forsook the counsel which the old men gave him, and took counsel with the young men that were brought up with him, and stood before him. And he said to them, What advice give ye, that ye may return the answer to the people which have spoken to me, saying, Ease somewhat the yoke that thy father did put upon us? And the young men that were brought up with him spake unto him, saying, Thus shalt thou answer the people that spoke unto thee, saying, Thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it somewhat lighter for us? Thus shalt thou say unto them, My little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. For whereas my father put a heavy yoke upon you, I will put more to your yoke. My father chastened you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. So Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam on the third day, and the king bade, and saying, Come again to me on the third day. And the king answered them roughly, and King Rehoboam forsook the counsel of the old men, and answered them after the advice of the young men, saying, My father made your yoke heavy, but I will add thereto. And my father chastised you with whips, I'll chastise you with scorpions. So the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was of God, and the Lord might perform his word, which he spoke by the hand of Ahiah the Shilonite to Jeroboam the son of Nebat. When all Israel saw that the king would not hearken unto them, the people answered the king anyway, What portions have we in David? And we have none inheritance in the son of Jesse, every man to your tents, O Israel. And now David, see to thine own house. So all Israel went to their tents. But as for the children of Israel that dwelt in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them. And the king of Rehoboam sent Hadoram, and was over the tribute. The children of Israel stoned him with stones, that he died. And King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariot, and to flee Jerusalem. And Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day. Okay, and that's it. All right, chapter 11 is where I will start next time I see you on the YouTube. I don't see you, you guys see me. No fair. I want to see pictures. Wish we could do like a Skype thing and have all these pictures of everybody. That'd be cool. Okay, have a great day. See you later. Gotta go. People see, places to go, whatever that saying is. All right, have a good one. Bye.